At Thanksgiving dinner, Dad toasted to my successful children. Then I showed them the secret he thought I'd never find. I didn't even want to be there. But I showed up anyway. Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' house had always been a theater stage. My sister Olivia, the star actress, my brother Grant, the golden boy, and me? Just the forgotten script nobody read. I stood at the front door for a moment, fixing my hair in the reflection of the window, my breath forming little ghosts on the glass. I had driven 8 hours for this. Not for the turkey, not for the fake smiles, but for the ending they never saw coming. Mom opened the door and gave me the same half-hearted hug she always did, like I was someone else's child she didn't quite know how to love. "Wow, you made it," she said, as if that was a surprise. "Yeah," I replied, stepping in. "I said I would." The house smelled like cinnamon and tension. Olivia was already there, of course, laughing too loudly with a glass of wine in her hand. Her designer dress hugged her perfect figure, and her eyes sparkled like she lived on Instagram. Grant was leaning against the kitchen counter, talking stock tips with Dad like he owned Wall Street. I took a seat in the living room, quietly observing the show. Dinner started late, of course, because Olivia had to take the perfect photo for her followers, and Dad had to make a big deal about carving the turkey. "Before we eat," Dad said, standing up with his wine glass, "I want to make a toast." I felt my stomach tighten. "Here it comes. To my successful children," he said, looking at Olivia and Grant. "You two make me proud every single day." He didn't even glance at me. Everyone smiled and clinked glasses like it wasn't the most humiliating thing he could have said. Mom nodded along, her eyes wet with pride. Grant gave Olivia a wink. I swallowed hard and stared at my plate. I had promised myself I wouldn't cry this year. But this year, I didn't come empty-handed. I pulled out the envelope from my coat pocket and laid it gently next to my plate. No one noticed. Not yet. "Actually," I said, my voice cutting through the polite laughter, "I have something to share too." Dad blinked. "Can it wait, Emily? We're kind of in the middle of." "No," I said firmly. "It can't." I reached for the envelope, opened it slowly, and pulled out a stack of printed emails and documents. I stood up. "You always say how proud you are of Olivia and Grant," I said, my voice trembling but clear. "But you never asked how I paid for college. Or why I didn't come home last year. Or why I moved out with nothing." Dad looked uncomfortable. Olivia rolled her eyes. "Oh God, here we go again." "No," I said, holding up a document. "Here you go." I passed copies around the table. Printed emails, bank transactions, and a notarized letter. Silence. Utter silence. Grant grabbed his sheet first, his face dropping like a lead weight. "Where did you get these?" he muttered. "From Mom's old laptop," I said. "She never deleted anything. Not the transfer records. Not the emails. Not the message where Dad told you both to keep the inheritance money secret from me." Dad's eyes turned sharp. "Emily, this is not the time." "It's the perfect time," I snapped. "You toasted to your successful children. Now let's toast to the one you tried to erase." Mom opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. I pulled out one final letter, a handwritten note from Grandma. "The real bomb. She left this for me," I said. "She knew you'd do this." Olivia tried to laugh. "This is ridiculous." "No," I said, handing the letter to Dad. "This is justice." He read it. His face drained of color. The letter made everything clear. Grandma had left money for all 3 of us. But only mine had been rerouted into house repairs and medical bills that never existed. Olivia got her dream apartment. Grant got his startup fund. Got silence. Till now. "Emily, we didn't mean." "Save it," I said. "You all made your toast. Now here's mine." I raised my glass, my hand steady. "To the child you ignored. To the one who found the truth. To the daughter who doesn't need your approval anymore." And I drank. Nobody else did. The silence stretched long and heavy. I grabbed my coat. "Don't bother calling," I said. "Next Thanksgiving, I'll be with people who see me." And I walked out. I didn't look back. Share, like, and subscribe the channel for more revenge story videos. Thanks for watching.